Hi everybody and welcome to episode 3 of Ickabodxx Hardcore Server. It's season 4 here, and I've got to let you in on a little secret today. When I recorded this episode, I messed up. I had the fan on in my room, so guess what that meant? That meant that all my audio sounds like a hurricane. Here, I'll give you a little taste of it. Don't turn it off, okay? Don't worry, it's just a sampling. So the reason being is because I have neighbors. So, as you can see, I was recording this in a hurricane. And I was about ready to tell you that I was recording that I lived in a neighborhood of dirt houses and that I had neighbors, but I was going to move my house onto another mountain. So that was one of the objectives for this episode. The other thing I was going to do is I was going to take you over to the spawn point and I was going to show you the toggle buttons that I had set up for the day, night, and for the weather, because it seems to rain on this server every 5 seconds. So, with that in mind, I'm taking you over here to the spawn house. Oh, looks like somebody's over there. Who's there? Oh, it's Marty! It's Marty. Hi. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? This is Marty. Hi. I don't want to steal all of his thunder, so that's Marty. So, okay, so we said hi to Marty. Hi, Marty. How you doing? And there's Hank's farm that he built right next to the spawn. Okay, so here inside the spawn area, you can see I put up some rules on the far side. This right here is the day reset button, and this is the toggle downfall button. So you can step on the pressure plates and boom, they will work and do everything good. So they are very handy. Over here are the server rules that I have set up for the server. Basically, don't be a bad person. If you're playing on the hardcore, basically play the same way that I would play it. Don't exploit anything. You know, it's about survival. It's not about winning. Well, I guess it is kind of about winning, but it's about mostly survival and having fun. So one of the funny rules that I set up was the fact that trolling people is encouraged. No griefing. I don't want anybody griefing, stealing from somebody, messing up their houses or anything like that. But trolling is definitely encouraged. So pranking people and doing stuff like that, that's all good, because that helps keep everything alive and zesty and spicy. We like that. So whatever. Oh man, I sound like an idiot even when I'm just doing a voiceover. It's amazing. Here's a little bridge that I made over the gully. I thought it was very helpful than having to jump down below every single time. Mega helpful. And over here on the other side is where I am setting up my house. I've decided to move on over there and I'm building this giant castle. I put it here because it's a nice flat area. Looks like somebody's building a little tree farm there. It's just a nice flat rock area. I built up near the waterfall that's over to the right of me, so it's pretty cool. But this is laid out, and it actually already got pranked a little bit. Sheep came in here. I think Sheep did. Maybe Lit came in here and put in this obsidian, which I decided I would turn into my infinite water source, just because it seemed like an appropriate thing to do. I could leave it. The other thing is that my walls here were completely taken out, so I had to relay them down, which was very, very annoying. So thank you so very much for that, jerks. So something else that we all determined was that this is a really nice looking seed here. We've all enjoyed the layout of it. Over here across the wood bridge is my son's place. Up there, those little glass windows that you can see in the mountain, that is his place. He set that up over there and he's been doing a lot of building. He's recorded a bazillion episodes. I'm going to have to edit all those at some point here and get those up on YouTube for you all to marvel in their greatness. Remember, sucking up to me does help. Just kidding. Okay, so, well, here's my farm. I needed to put some bread down. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to start building up my walls around the castle. So I'm going to have to dig out some rocks and what have you. So, with that in mind, I'm going to time-lapse it so you can just enjoy the process of me building. So normally I would just throw music in right here and let you listen to that while I'm doing all my time-lapse and stuff. But because I have to do the voiceover on this gave me the opportunity to do something different that I was hoping to add into my videos at some point. So if you're watching this and you play on the server, I'm going to add little surprises in the videos. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out a location someplace on the map. I'm going to put a chest there and I'm going to put a prize in it. Sometimes it'll be an enchantment book, sometimes it'll be a diamond, who knows what it'll be. But I'm going to add little cheat things like that somewhere on the server so that if you're paying attention to the videos, you can go to that location. If you're the first one there to check it out, guess what? You win a prize. Sometimes they're going to be easy, sometimes they're going to be hard. The first time around, though, is going to be fairly easy. In fact, I'm going to show it to you right now. Okay, everybody, here it is. As you can see, I'm by the spawn point, and my audio actually works this time, so here's the little secret. This is my buried treasure chest that I'm putting in here. As You can see where we're at. We're right here. We're 2 blocks under the tree. Right down in here, and you'll see there are 2 diamonds in the chest. So with that, I'm going to take these. I'm going to put them right back in. And there you go. You'll never know unless you watch the video. So, happy hunting, folks. I'm going to do one of these, I think, fairly often. And you never know what's going to be in it. Sometimes I might put an infinity bow or something like crazy like that in there. So, with that in mind, have fun adventuring. I like treasure maps. Haha. Arr. Put a pirate flag up. Arr. Okay, and I'm back. So as you can see, this is where I've cleared out the castle. I've flattened all the dirt out. I've built up a basic wall around it. So the next thing I need to do is put up a bunch of torches. So I just want to check in really quick and show you the progress. And I'm going to jump ahead. I saw Marty how I was sneaking around my house, so I decided to pull back in. Pow! Right in the face. No, just kidding. There's no PvP on the server. Thought I should clarify that, but I had to put an arrow into Marty just because. It's Marty. We love Marty. So as you can see, I've put torches around the castle, and I determined at this point that I needed to go get more coal so that I could make some clean stone for the castle walls. Now I wasn't sure if I was going to use something like andesite maybe around the walls, or clean stone, or just bricks. I really didn't know at the time, so but I did know that I was going to need coal. So I decided it's time to go adventuring. Let's go explore, see if I can find myself a cave. I figured wanted to get a cave too because there's a lot of surface coal that was around the spawn area, but I didn't want to take all the surface coal from anybody that might be new to the server that was going to jump in a couple days later. That would be kind of, that'd be kind of difficult for them. So that's why I was going off exploring. The other thing was the fact that everybody's having a real hard time finding iron apparently. There aren't a lot of caves around the spawn area. So that's why I was headed off to go find some. See, there's some of that coal right up there that I'm just leaving for people. So this really is to go off and go find a cave. I am going to time-lapse this from here on out until I get to the cave, because I actually did find one, and then we're going to spend the rest of the time caving. So with that in mind, I'm going to jump ahead. Okay, so here we are going at light speed now. I thought I'd leave in some of the exploration just so that you get an idea of what's around us. Like the birch forest, bunch of chickens. There's so many chickens on the server, it's crazy. Can't find any other animals, but let's keep slaughtering chickens, which is going to come in big handy in about 2 seconds. So as you can see, here's the cave that I was really looking for. This is a nice looking cave too. I climb into this thing hoping to find the iron that we're going to need. Little did I know, this cave is absolutely huge. This is going to be great. In the audio I could hear a zombie around me, but I can't see where he's at this point. So that's kind of where I'm looking for. As you can see, I'm just kind of like eyes darting back and forth very cautiously as I light up the place. So there's the drop off right there. It looks like it's part of a ravine maybe. I don't think it is in this point, but there will be some interesting areas later on. Over here to the side, I've noticed some iron up there on the roof, which is really helpful. Like I was saying, nobody has any iron. In fact, I mean, I really only had a breastplate going into here, so that is a little dangerous at this point, but you gotta, at some point you gotta do it. Thankfully there's no mobs at this point, so let me just check this out. So what I'm hoping for here is I'm hoping this turns into a dead end, so I can just go back and dig all this stuff up, because it looks like it's headed in that direction if you see it headed in this single pathway up there. So that was my hope. Oh, there's a spider right ahead of me. Let me take him out. Come here, spider. Let's do this. Boom, boom. That's nothing. Spiders are just so weak. Now there's a couple other mobs that are through the wall over here, but I can't see them, and there's really a pathway there. So at this point I decide it's time to dig up my resources. So with that, I'll see you in a second. And that audio track was Two Step by Jingle Punks, I think it was, free for you on the YouTube creative channel. Anyway, okay, so enough of my DJ voice. As you can see, I found a ravine down here, and what I was doing in the off camera was that I was cooking up some iron to complete my set of armor so we could get down and go explore this thing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump ahead here in a second. We're going to be, when next you see me, we'll be down at the bottom of the ravine, and then we'll go explore that. So here we go. Welcome to the bottom of the ravine, one of my favorite places of all time to explore in Minecraft. I would say second only to the mine shaft or maybe another fortress looking for wither skeletons. Anyway, I want to take a second and just tell you I appreciate you hanging with me tonight on the fact that I had to do the voiceover on this, and I am going to kill myself if I ever have to suffer through this again. Actually, I have to suffer through this twice because what happens is that I record it, and since I had the fan on, it is like 100 degrees in this room with my computer. I have my computer, I got Aiden's computer, and I now have my daughter has a computer in here too. So the heat index is got to be like 1,000,000. So, whatever. There's the price we pay for creative joy. So here's the ravine. There's a spider around here somewhere in these walls. I see the creeper coming, so I get ready to battle him. Come here, creeper. Let's do this. Come here. And fall to your death someplace I don't know where. Okay, but we're going to get across here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time lighting up the upper areas like I normally do. I'm not going to go up top. My thought here was the fact that normally I'm so over paranoid with all that if they fall, they're just going to fall down to their deaths anyway, so there really isn't much of a danger. So let's get across this thing right here and into the ravine. I'm still nervous about it, as you can tell. I'm still nervous. I don't want to do this, but at the same point, I have to do this. So I'm kind of driven by it. The other thing is there's a little bit more competitive spirit in me this time because of the fact that, everybody else is, like Lit's got this huge, oh, there's a skeleton. Let's get him. And pow! Oh, he got me, good one. See, I'm in a bad spot, so I run away. Oh, going flying there. That's what happens. You get hit by a skeleton and you jump at the same time, you go flying. That'll come later on in this episode. Let me tell you. More foreshadowing. Alright. We got the achievement. Killed the skeleton. Good for us. And we continue onward into the ravine here. Now, as I was saying a minute ago, I have a little bit more competitive spirit this time around. It says Lit has built huge farms with everything that you can imagine. So at some point, I want to make sure I get the first diamonds. I'm like, I got to get the first diamonds. So I'm not about ready. So I'm going to throw a little caution to the wind this time and get into the ravine so I can be the first one to go find them. It's like, it's my server. It's my series. Damn it, I'm getting some freaking diamonds first. That's the way I roll. I'm not taking second place on that. Everything else, it's something else. But I want the first diamonds on my own damn server. So, as you can see, this actually goes up there some ways. I think about going up there, but I don't. I just throw some torches, but there's many ways it goes down. You see there were some places behind me. This goes up just a little bit. There was that other way right to the left of me. So, a lot of options here. This place opens up tremendously. So, all the talk about we didn't have any caves, well, I found a cave. This thing's going to just be awesome. So, let's head on down into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the stupidest spider ever. Yep, didn't even see me. What a moron. But check this place out. Look at that ravine. Look at this. We were in a ravine. This is a deeper ravine, and it goes all the way down. That is a win. As I'm saying here in the audio when I was recording this, I found the caves. I found all the caves. They're all right here. To take a video game joke, all your caves are now mine, or ours, or whatever. I can't make it. I screwed it up. You'd think I could take the time to go look this up, but no, I'm not going to do that. We continue on. So before I headed back down into the ravine, I did a little bit more snooping around the area that I was at that level, and I found gold, so I needed to show you. This is the first gold that I found on the server. Yay! Gold! I found gold! Yeah! And if you hate my voices, I want to just warn you of the fact, and you can thank me for this later, the fact that when I was originally thinking of how I was going to conceive this episode, because I needed to come up with some good way to do it, I was thinking that I would do it like sports commentary and have a color commentator, and the color commentator was going to be in my Australian accent. So I decided not to do that. Someone was not happy with that I had done that before. I mean, I got all my thumbs down, right? So I did not do that. Check that out. That was lava down there. That was lava level, so that's pretty awesome. So you can all thank me that there was no Australian accent this time around. Here we go. Now we start to get into the deeper section as I make my way down. Creeper coming after me. Come on, buddy. Come on up here. Come get me. Come on. Do it. Oh. And boom. Did not do anything to me, but of course he opened up all that water again. Thank you very much. Although it does give me an idea if you think about it. You know, you can't strip mine, but you could use creepers to blow up areas for you. It's a little risky, but there's probably somebody crazy enough and stupid enough to do it. There's the invisible torch trick. Love that rendering. So this is more of my deepness as we go. There's just a ton of resources in here. There's iron, there's coal, there's pretty much everything. In fact, there's so many good things that, well, there's water, but there's also lapis right there under the water. Yay, my first lapis that I found on the server. Check that out. I think I might be the first person to find lapis as well. So at least I'm accomplishing my goals so I can feel like I'm leading the charge to somewhat on the adventure side. Anyway, here's a creeper. I got some lava here that I'm going to have to play with. And this is where it gets a little interesting. Damn bats. You're freaking I hate you guys. There's Hank asking the old diamond question. So far, nobody has any. Come on, creeper. And kaboom. But the nice thing about where that explosion is, if you check this out, hold on, let me light a little bit more of this up, is that it opens up to that vault down here. So that's pretty cool. I did see that creeper legs, and here we go. Let's get on up here because that just looks like it needs to be cleared out because there's anything like that. Oh, there he is. There he comes. He's coming after me. Time to get out of the way, get into a safer spot so I can fight him off. Not going to try and fight him next to a pile of lava. That is just like stupidity times 10. So bring him to me, kill him off. No, he doesn't blow up here. So good, we got him. Another bat in my way because that's what they do. I think I go back up here. Let's clean this thing out. It's kind of odd. I'm doing this thinking of what I'm doing and trying to like superimpose my own thoughts on what I did when I was doing this episode. It's crazy. It is absolutely insane. I'm going to make sure that I break my fan if I ever do this again. So, all right. And I don't think that torch stuck. Probably right next to the water. So, you know, I can't get away from lighting things up above me. It's just a habit. Down here, this was the other side of that, if I'm not mistaken. Goes into here, but it opens up to a whole other area. There's just so many areas to explore in this place. And I'm going to tell you what, we are going to call that an episode right now because there's so many places to explore. And we're going to, and I'm going to wait till the next time to really show you how crazy it gets and some of the awesomeness that is to follow. So, with that in mind, I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully this episode worked. I don't know. Leave some comments, please, to let me know what you think about it. If you got any tips on the voiceovers, because it's the first time I've ever done this, and I had to do it, and I'm going to have to do it for a couple more episodes. So your input would be greatly appreciated. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you all again, and I will see you next time.